This is the energy and soup of the week for July 20th through 26th for the water signs. So this week, I'd really like to talk about the transits that a lot of people are talking about with the Barbault belt. Andre Barbault was a French astrologer that made a lot of predictions that came true, one of them including COVID, of which he died right before it happened. But oh my gosh, was he correct or what? Anyway, he saw that the transits that are happening right now with the outer planets of Pluto and Neptune and Jupiter and Uranus, all in sextile and with one opposition, as being a very auspicious configuration for us as a collective and humanity, with it being the outer planets. And so I really wanted this week's readings for all the elements to be about how do we navigate those as individuals, because I believe that collectively as individuals, we're not going to make big changes as humanity unless we make those big changes within ourselves. And the more and more and more of us who really make those changes to be more in alignment with who we truly are, instead of living into the expectations of others and our cultural narrative, that's how we're gonna make these big changes as a collective. So I pulled a couple of cards for the energy soup. I believe the energy soup refers to all the frequencies of all the different planets from all the different angles, playing the song that the orchestra of the universe is playing, and therefore I call it the energy soup. And it's the soup we're all swimming in as a collective and as individuals. And so for this week, I got the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress reversed. So for me, I look at this as being appreciating all that we have built as individuals and as a collective, as our cultures, as families and our businesses, all the things that we have put together that are real and tangible. And because this is for humanity, it is over time. And I feel like this is about really sitting back and taking stock and really appreciating what we have done. At the same time, we're seeing the cycles that we have all learned to trust, the natural cycles of the earth, the structures of our government and our schools, our families, our society, all these cycles that we have learned that even if we don't like them, they are what we know. And those things are being shaken up right now by Uranus. And so how do we make sure that we appreciate what we've put together while we navigate all of the changes that are happening? And I believe that the Empress is telling us right here in the Venus symbol, pointing to the symbol for Gemini, of which is where Uranus is at in Gemini. So Uranus is shaking things up around how we communicate, about the technologies that we have, of how we think, what is our logic, how we travel and how we get around. And so I also look at where is Venus right now, and right now it is in the sign of Virgo. And so Virgo is all about what's our everyday reality like? What are the little mundane tasks that put together our days that add up into our lives? How do we take care of our bodies? How do we take care of our homes? What are the little routines that get us to work every day? What are our routines at work? All those things, it's about finding the beauty, Venus, finding the beauty and the value in those little mundane tasks is how we're going to navigate these changes through the shakeups, in how we learn how to rethink things, and how we learn how to navigate environmental changes, the changes in what our social structures are, and our governmental structures, our economic structures, all that kind of stuff that is going through upheaval. And for good reason. Some of those things have not been working out very well, and it's time for a change. But we do need to navigate them because we're the ones here right now. So, water signs. We're going to do a spread I call the 3 gifts. And so this card right here, the middle one, represents the gift of where we are right now. And it's represented by the Gilded Tarot. Beautiful cards. I love how they're very saturated, beautiful colors, very vivid. And the artwork is very kind of fantastical and fantasy-like, but the faces are photographed. So it's as we navigate what's going on right now, because we've put together the fantasies we're all living in, but it puts a very real face onto it. And that's one of the reasons why I like these cards for this particular spot in the spread. And so we've got the 7 of Cups. So this is about having so many choices, and it's reversed. So all these choices that we may have felt overwhelmed by, things are starting to gel into, well, that was a choice, but it doesn't really sit right with me, so that one's off the table. That's a choice, but that one really, no, that's not the one. So things are starting to appear and can step forward as what the possibilities may be out of this future that we're creating. So that's where we're at right now. And this is a very watery card. Our element of water is our emotions. These are our psychic sensitivities, and our feelings. So it's about feeling our way through all these choices of what feels right. It's not about what's logical. It's not what the tangible nuts and bolts are. It's about what feels right. So this point in the spread here represents the gift of energies that are coming in. Universe is always lining things up in the pipeline, so to speak, of things that we can't see coming based on the frequencies that we're putting out, the history of things that we have done. And therefore, this is from where we are right now. These are the potential possibilities coming in. And this is being, I'm using the Morgan Greer deck for this one. Alrighty. Whoops. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. So pages often refer to, they could be young people in our lives, children, or they could be people that are young at heart, that are acting very young or inexperienced. So this could be a young person or people coming in that may not have the experience of knowing how to do things, of all the steps that need to be taken. It's Pentacles, so it's all the practical steps. They may not have all the money that it takes to, they may not have all the resources to get forward, but they are coming in. And I really feel like this has a lot to do with the young people in our collective that are coming in, who want to be the feet on the ground where the rubber hits the road, to do what needs to be done. And they just don't know how to do it yet. And that's okay. We all have to start somewhere. We're all students. And so knowing that them coming in, that there will be mistakes made. I don't personally believe in mistakes. I believe that no matter what we do, it's exactly what we needed to do. And we needed to learn the lessons of the things not going the way we thought they would be. So I feel like this is young people coming in as a collective, and maybe in your life as well. This could be you coming in and doing things that you've never done before. And therefore, you're having to go, okay, I need to learn this step by step. I'm doing that with this YouTube channel of learning the tech. And even though I've been reading cards for a long time, I'm learning how to do it in this fashion. And so it's about being able to be that young student, of being that young person, of not having the experience and just getting the practice, being able to do it. And so we need to allow that with others as well. But they're coming. We're coming. So this particular spot in the spread, I look at it as being the gift of the energy that is needing to flow away. And so this could be a gift of to someone else. It could be a gift to the collective and the greater good, or it could also be a gift to yourself of forgiving something and letting it go, letting it flow away from you without attachment, without judgment, without anger, without sadness. And I'm using the Pulp tarot for this. And it has kind of retro imagery. Really love this deck. And so we've got the Four of Swords reversed. So Four of Swords reversed, this could be about, sometimes it has to do with being ill and just having all the energy sucked out of you, of being overwhelmed mentally and it just taking you down for a while. It also, having to let that go, of perhaps watching the news too much, of just being so overwhelmed and overstimulated intellectually and in your mind that it's making you sick. And so this could be about letting go of social media, of just overthinking things all the time, of trying to logic things through all the time. And for the water signs, that it is, we really need to be able to think things through and or feel through things. And this may be about always trying to logic our way through everything, which in our culture, that's how you do it. If it doesn't make sense, it's not illogical, then it doesn't exist. And for the water signs, that's kind of difficult. So this also can be about having taken a time out mentally and given yourself that rest to be able to relax and let things slow down in the mind and get things caught up, and just have a rest time. And with it being reversed, it's time to wake up. It's time to come out of the nap. And so it may be, it's like, okay, I'm ready to jump back in the game. I've had a little break and I feel better now. So it could be either one of those. So I feel that, all of these things, there are no major arcana except for what's going on in the collective energy soup here with the Empress reversed. I feel like the biggest energy here is really about, all of us as individuals and in the collective, of being able to really appreciate the beauty of what we do every day and finding those routines that really help us feel connected, of being able to get that grounded foundation so that as things get shaken up and the tumult that comes with Uranus kind of changing things, and sometimes it can be a surprise and out of the blue, that's going to give us the foundation to really make these, navigate all of this. Yeah, these are pretty fleeting energies. We can do all this stuff. This is all little everyday drama stuff. So these are oracle cards. This is the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle deck by Vickie Verlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. Oops, looks like I got. And these are all animals. And so I find that the animals, for us humans who have a tendency to think way too much, just as right here, and using words and thoughts, and I find that the animals really are a much more visceral energy. It is more through feeling and vibration, which, you know, the water signs are so in tune with, that these give great practical guidance on being able to navigate what we're going through. And so I've got the swan. So the swan says, graceful beauty, loyal partner and friend, recognizing the divine within us all, transformation, emergence of true being, loving yourself at all stages of life. So to me, this is really talking about graceful beauty, loyal partner and friend. This is about, by finding those grounded ways of getting through your day, of finding the beauty in all the little things that you do that add up to your life, of being true to your own integrity, and finding the people around you that you really connect to, and really make that commitment to recognize that those are the people that you're connected to. Recognizing the divine within us all. You know, not everybody is meant to go with us the whole way. Not everybody are we going to agree with or connect to. And really, this is about being able to let people be who they are, even if that's not who we think they should be, and being able to know that they are on their own journey as well and doing the best they know they can. Even if they're doing things that are not great, they are on their own path and their own journey and are learning their own lessons in this life. And I think that's part of, you know, namaste is I see that light within you with the light in me, and that means all the mistakes and everything. Transformation, emergence of true being. Again, it's really about us being able to stay true to what truly inspires us and following our own curiosity to be able to find who we truly are, instead of trying to navigate life from cultural narratives and other people's expectations. Loving yourself at all stages of life. I really feel like, you know, this is a lot about being able to recognize that just like the people that you may not agree with, you may have done things in your past that, oh my gosh, that was stupid, or what was I thinking? And just knowing that, you know, you were navigating it the way you felt like you needed to. And even if it was not the outcome that you wanted, that's okay. Everything is perfect exactly how it happens. And we're meant to learn the lessons that we learn along the way, and that's part of our education while we're here on the planet Earth. Yes, love yourself at all your stages of life. And so the next ones I have are flowers. I'm a gardener and a farmer, and I really love learning from the animals and the plants. I feel like, again, they teach us in a much more visceral way, and their communication is not through words and thoughts. Okay. So we've got forget me not. Always remain true to your intentions. So our intentions are, what are we focused on? What are we putting our attention to? And I feel like sometimes we go into something with a certain intention, and then because we have to navigate the nuts and bolts of how are we going to do it step by step, and we can lose the path and lose that where that intention comes from. So I think checking into what was that intention, and staying true to that intention is what this card is referring to. Forget me not. uh, I think referring to, people that relationships change, even jobs, living situations, all that stuff. All those things are, you know, things may not turn out the way, they often don't turn out the way we want or we think they're going to when we enter into them. And so I think it's really good to know and remember the intentions of why you went into something, why did you make those decisions, and just be easy on yourself of it went this way, but these were my intentions going in, and stay true to those intentions, because those guided you there. That was the curiosity that took you into that journey to learn those lessons and to follow that path. And don't count those as a mistake. Those were there for a reason. Well, anyway, I hope this was helpful in some way, and I really look forward to being able to do more readings with you all. And if you like this, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. And we will catch you next week. Enjoy. Bye.